Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to the Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are picking up at 10 p.m. with Juno during the Royal Studies. She has been tasked by Elaine, our scholar, to focus on the logic skill. Since she is the only teen in the house, she's the only one who is going to be participating in this particular study. So she's busy with Azora, and since she I think has not that strong of a relationship with Azora, she wanted to use this as a chance to strengthen that just a little bit and maybe get an inkling of Azora's thought process, which I feel like being a genius, Juno kind of does through chess anyway. So while she's doing that, let's quickly go through what happened in the mini-movie, because we saw a lot of conversations, and those conversations had Juno in it. So the very first one at the Catherine Library, we were continuing from where we left off. Juno, having noticed that Catherine was feeling down, decided to speak to her mother one-on-one, and she was telling the Queen that I've noticed Catherine seems a bit down, right? And the Queen said, yeah, I've noticed you're spending a lot more time. Or she said, I want to talk to you about royal wife Catherine. And the Queen said, yeah, I've noticed you've been spending a lot of time with her. I'm very happy or pleased to see that you're getting closer to your stepmother. And Juno expressed that she thinks Catherine is feeling quite down. She seems very tense lately. And the Queen kind of became serious, and she was like, oh, did she say anything about... and Juno was quick to pick up. She was like, Lady Catalea? No, she didn't say anything, but it's pretty obvious. And then she went on to say, I really hope you know what you're doing, Mother. And obviously, that's because of this whole two wives thing that the Queen's thinking about, or that we kind of have going on. It's kind of become clear to everyone after the betrothal that it is on the Queen's mind, even though before everyone had kind of accepted that the castle keeper, Catalea, she was the Queen's mistress, but now obviously Catalea wants something more. She's been expressing it privately to the Queen, and the Queen has kind of accepted that next step. So everyone, they're bewildered by this development, but I feel like they are now making a more obvious connection between Catherine's moods and the progression between Catalea and Eden. So Juno, she tried to bring that topic up because, again, she is aware that she's speaking to the Queen, even though the Queen is her mother, and her mother pretty much can do whatever she wants. Now, Eden's attitude was very blasé, so Juno backed up a bit, seeing that. She didn't want to press the matter too much, especially if her mother doesn't think it is of high importance. And then we switched to a conversation between her and Channing. So Channing was at the library, probably to check out this new institution that the Queen has built in honor of her new royal wife. And Juno was playing chess right at the front, and she called Channing to come and join her to sit down. And Channing was kind of surprised by the invitation, but it looked like there was something on her mind. So he did join her. And I don't... You know what? I was going to say I'm not entirely sure what Juno was doing by saying this, but I feel like I do know what she was doing by saying this. She asked Channing... Oh, she said she's made an observation and she wants to share it. And Channing, he was like, okay, well, if you want to, then go ahead. Like, what royal secrets do you have? And then she kind of switched topics and she asked him if Kyra's ever mentioned Ari. And he was, again, surprised by that, but he said, no, she hasn't. Should she? And then Juno told him her observation that the Salazars, they are kind of quick to love, or they have an appetite for love, and they have a blindness for hurt. And she kind of left it at that. So I personally feel like even though that might have seemed, completely out of the blue, I feel like with Juno, we all know how she feels about her cousins, Sage and Griffin, and how, frustrating it is for her that it can't be a thing, and neither of those cousins consider it a thing. She's seeing Kyra end up with the person she wants. She's seeing the queen end up with Catherine, but then also now her mother's going ahead and doing, like, before, unseen things, like having a mistress alongside her wife, and then now thinking about having another wife. These are all things that the Empire hasn't seen before. So I feel like she's getting frustrated that everyone's getting what they want, and she's the only one who's missing out. It's like, well, if the queen's taboo is allowed, why isn't my taboo allowed? But she can't say anything to the queen, so I feel like she's lashing out because she's hot-headed. I think she's lashing out at Kyra and kind of putting doubts in Channing's mind, maybe. Or I suppose, not putting doubts, but kind of warning him, per se, that things might not be as happy as you think they are. Because she's seeing the way her mother's acting. And as well as that frustration, she's seeing that her mother's really not taking Catherine's feelings seriously. And she feels as though, well, I'm always jumping between Sage or Griffin, even though I feel like Sage is a choice and Griffin's more like the additional option. But yeah, she's doing that. Kyra had a moment where she was going between Channing and Ari, and now the queen's going between Catherine and Catalea. So I feel like Juno was giving him a fair warning, but also she wouldn't have given that warning if she wasn't frustrated with the situation already. And then the third conversation we saw between Princess Eve and Lady Lagatha. So Lagatha wanted to get some alone time with the princess to check up on her as the broodmother and see how she's going in the castle. And the princess said, well, my sisters are keeping a distance and the adults seem pretty... Lagatha filled in for her saying occupied. And then she apologized for the cold welcome. She said, we've all been so busy with the royal wedding, but things should quieten down quite a bit now. So she was kind of assuring Eve that she would have more attention from everyone because the excitement is going to be dying down. I feel like there was a lot more buzz when Kyra and Juno joined. So I don't know how Eve feels about that, but Lagatha was definitely apologetic. Anyways, even though the broodmother has said things will die down, I don't think it is because, look at the state of the flippin' coven. Look at the state. Yes, we kind of have some semblance of peace and unity, but really, how long is the peace gonna last? Because now we have, internal strife. So let's dive in, guys, and see what we can get up to in this episode, especially after the things that happened in the previous one. Definitely the conversations in the mini-movie were a lot less dramatic than I feel like the past couple of episodes, but I felt like they were important to kind of show us what some of the characters are feeling and, kind of make sure that there's certain aspects of the story that aren't kind of sidelined, like with Eve joining and then, where Juno's at as, the only teenager in the coven right now. But let's hit this on play. Juno, she definitely has her eye on Catalea. And I feel like it was especially important to kind of see Juno's point of view with some things because she's the only one that's noticed all of these things about Catalea recently. And that's built up to the betrothal now. Like, she noticed that Catalea was not feeling too happy during the wedding and such. So anyways, there is that. Now, Eve, we've had some new whims as well. Eve, interestingly enough, she wants to become friends with Lady Catalea. So I wonder what that's about. The queen has made it clear that Kyra and Juno should be cordial with their sister, obviously, but the two are kind of keeping the distance from Eve. I haven't really seen them interact much. And then obviously Eve, she does have a closeness with Guinevere and Eden. I think an equal closeness. But now she's looking at who might be good to befriend in the castle, and for some reason her eye has settled on Catalea. I feel like Catalea is a very controversial figure right now. But the young princess seems to really like Catalea. And I actually wonder if this will divide Kyra and Eve more, because I'm pretty sure Kyra, she likes Catalea. I mean, not Catalea, what am I saying? I'm pretty sure Kyra is on Team Catherine. Like, she likes Catherine more. She was cheering during the wedding. But it seems as though Eve is more inclined towards Catalea. So I wonder if that's going to become another point of difference between them. It is interesting. I'm not going to lie. It is very interesting to me. But she's going to go up. She is going to chat with Lady Catalea. And I think this will make Catalea feel good that at least one of the princesses are kind of on her side. Let's give her a compliment. Let's line up some of these interactions here. Brighten her day. We'll go ahead. Ask if Moon is cheese. Why not? We'll go do that. Ask about vampire history. We've done that. We'll talk about toys. Why not? Okay, so line some of those interactions up. Head on up, my little one. I just love Eve. I just love Eve. Now that we have Eve, guys, who's your favorite princess? Is it still Kyra? I feel like Kyra is everyone's favorite princess. I was on Team Kyra, and then Eve came and I switched to Team Eve. So, you know. I mean, who knows if this is going to be, if the Queen's carrying a fourth princess right now. She's in her second trimester. But I feel like even if this is a princess, Eve's going to be my favorite. I just have a feeling it's going to be that way. So, okay. Oh, look! We have Lagatha here. I think Lagatha would be quite happy with this progress, that Eve is getting a bit more attention from some of the other members. But this also is surprising me, because Catalea, yes, we know she wants to befriend Lagatha. She's actually trying to do that. But we also know that Lagatha doesn't really like Catalea, so I don't know how that's going between the two of them. I feel like she'd be happy for Princess Eve. And you know what? She'd probably be cordial right now, because they are in the presence of Princess Eve. Juno's back to keep an eye on the Castle Keeper, which is pretty funny. Okay, let's ask for some typing tips. Where's your relationships panel? Let's keep an eye on that. There we go. I like that Eve's getting more attention. I kind of felt bad that she wasn't really getting attention from anyone. Especially because, you know, of how special she is, at least to me. I feel like people should have been, in the coven, more excited about her joining us. But it was definitely overshadowed by the wedding reception and everything that happened there. Complain about the royal studies? No, don't do that. Don't complain about the royal studies. We need to make a good impression on everyone. Sing about the royal studies. There we go. That seems like a much better thing to be doing. Talk about favorite animal. We'll go ahead and check in on Lady Catalea. See how she's doing. I don't know if anyone's asked her her feelings. Share royal studies excitement. Meaning like maybe when she's old enough to participate and take part. She's eager to see what the scholar has in store for her. And I'm surprised that Juno is participating in this, but I feel like she's wary of Eve, but she's got kind of like a neutral position. Kyra is the one who has kind of isolated herself from Eve, I feel. Let's ask some more about vampiric history. Oh, brighten a day. What kind of sentiment do we have? Oh, she kind of adores Catalea. That's kind of cute. Where you going? No, you need to tell us if the moon is cheese. Where'd she go? Come back. We're talking to you. Come back. But I feel like when she was sharing her excitement, maybe she's asking Juno about what it's like in the royal studies, and Juno is helping to go play with someone. Who do you want to play with? You know what? Let's play with Elaine. Improve your relationship with Elaine. Elaine is the one who said you should study the logic skills, so go and play with Elaine. She's gonna go do that. Okay, that should help them out a little bit. But yeah, have you managed to become friends with Eve? have you managed to befriend Catalea? She's hogging up the space so these guys can't play. Let's check in on her again. Let's discuss interests. Let's go ahead and tell a goofy story. Don't complain about your parents. Make a vampire pun. Talk about cloudy weather. Let's see. Enthuse about candy. What else? Tell an outrageous story. Yeah, Catalea takes a bit of time to warm up to, I feel. Let's goof around a bit. Oh, nice! We've managed to become friends with her. Excellent. Excellent. So, Eve has the first friend she's made in court that is not kind of a family member. So, that's very exciting. Now, what else do we have going on? Juno. Oh! Juno wants to flirt with Channing. Juno. Oh. Meredith? Whoa. Meredith. Guys, it's Meredith's ghost. I wonder what she's talking to Juno about. I swear, Juno, she's got all the attention. I feel like Juno's been seeing all the important things in the past couple of episodes. But look at that. Meredith is here. Well, that's so exciting. I wonder what they're sharing. I mean, Juno is the one who saw Meredith's death a long time ago. You know what? Maybe Meredith's ghost is like visiting Juno and thanking her for finally bringing Serana down, because it was Juno's kind of piece of evidence, her testimony, that really turned the tide and convinced everyone that, okay, Serana, it was definitely the one who committed those murders. So I think after all this time, Lady Meredith's ghost was visiting Juno to give her thanks. That is so nice, because look, she singled Juno out. That is really nice. But Juno, she's kind of continuing on her thing with kind of warning. I feel like these flirts that she's got going on, these flirtations, is kind of her warning Channing away from Kyra. They are officially courting. They are a couple right now, but I think that's what she's up to. She's trying to warn Channing away from Kyra and saying that Kyra, she hasn't exactly, like, she's committed to you, but she hasn't exactly cleared the air about Ari yet, has she? She hasn't told you what she was thinking about Ari, has she? And I think Juno, looking at Eden's behavior, is starting to suspect, like, if Kyra is going to be the same, and that's the only reason she's kind of doing this. Come on, Channing. He sure is taking a lot of time. Where are you, Channing? Okay, he's here. He's here. Okay, we'll kind of let these guys come on in. Channing? Do you want to come on in, Channing? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. He might go seek out Kyra. I feel like that's a very Channing thing to do. Who's out here? Catherine and Guinevere. Okay, let's go on in with you. And yeah, I feel like he's going to Kyra. Let's warn him away a little bit more. Okay, Juno's gonna go on down. And I feel like Channing has been considering her warnings thus far. He hasn't rejected any of these flirtations, so I take that as him accepting these warnings, or at least thinking about them. I wonder how Kyra's gonna react if she does this in front of them. But I feel like this is her doing this publicly, especially. I feel like it's all of Juno's frustrations coming out more than anything. She's kind of seeing all these couples together, and it's annoying her that she can't have that. Okay, here she goes. Here she goes, and Kyra is right there. She's doing it right in front of Kyra. How is this gonna go? And look, Channing turned around real quickly, and Kyra gave him a kiss on the cheek. Okay, you gonna do it, Juno? Hold on a second. Juno seems to be stuck. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can do what she wants to. Okay, now Channing has kind of gone out of the room. Maybe Channing kind of got an inkling of what Juno was about to say, and he quickly turned away from her. And then Kyra's none the wiser right now. Kyra is none the wiser. Because she was affectionate with him, and then that was that. But Juno is definitely not done. Thank you very much. Okay, Juno. Come on. Let's go find Channing. Kyra's going upstairs now too, though. I mean, it makes sense. They gravitate towards one another. But Juno is just not letting go. She's going to be persistent. She's going to persistently express her annoyance. Let's see if she's successful in cheesing Kyra off. I mean, she's not trying to annoy him. She's trying to annoy her. She's trying to do what she thinks is fair for Channing, because life just seems unfair to her. Okay, she warned him once more, and it seems as though he took that warning. Well, you know, he's listening to the things she's saying. He's not outwardly, outright rejecting her. Okay. Kyra, how is she going? You're already friends with Lagatha, so really, I don't think you're already friends with Lagatha. Anyone else has exciting things they want to do? Okay, Azura did. So Azura wanted to be friendly with Catherine, and then she wanted to chat with Sage, who is here right now, so we can definitely get that arranged. But I think Azura wants to check up. How is her relationship with Catherine, actually? They're friends. So I suppose she wants to check up on Catherine to see how she's doing. Catherine, why don't you get out of here? Look, Catherine's just been spending all the time skating to try and get over this anger she has. This simmering rage. She just hasn't wanted to be in the Queen's vicinity right now. And everyone's starting to notice. Okay, let's try and calm her down. Go do your part, make it feel a little bit better. And then you can chat with Sage. I don't think you are very close with Sage. Do you even know Sage? She does. She's not that close with him. But yeah, let's focus on Catherine first. Let's try and calm her down. And then we'll go see what Sage is up to. Where is Catherine? Let's see, Catherine. I feel like that's a bit of a dangerous spot to be in right now, but okay, Eve, she's got academy in an hour, and so does Juno. That's fine. They can kind of head out with each other. Let's see, let's try and calm her down. Oh, she's giving her a hug. Yeah, she's so annoyed. She's so annoyed. She's so angry, actually. Yeah, she's angry. Okay, we tried to calm her down just a little bit. Where is Sage? Azura wants to talk to Sage. I wonder about what? Let's just give her a compliment. Let's just give him a compliment. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I wonder why she wants to talk to Sage. Do you guys know? I don't feel like she is that close to... Oh no, she's friends with Juno. Okay, she's friends with Juno. You know what? Maybe Azura has noticed that Juno's been acting out a little bit. And she's noticed how close Juno and Sage are. It feels like it might have something to do with Sage, but she's not she's not entirely sure what it is. She's just assuming that, you know, Sage might know. So I think that's probably why she wants to talk to Sage, as, you know, Juno's friend, Princess Juno's friend, someone who's concerned about her. I feel like she wants to figure out, like, talk about Kyra's companions. I think she wants to figure out what's going on with Juno. Do you know? Actually, hold on a second. You are both frying in the sun, and that makes me very uncomfortable. Can we head on inside? Juno, can you call your buds inside? Oh, no. Don't skip. Are they heading to Academy? No. Honey, no. Go back to Academy. Go back to Academy. Yeah, I think everyone's leaving now. They have to go to Academy. Dawn. Well. Have they all left? I think they've left. Where'd you go? Yeah, they're leaving. Okay. I suppose you'll have to do that later, Azura. She unfortunately couldn't speak to Sage the way she wanted or about what she wanted, but at least we know it's a concern of hers. It's on her mind. Now, what about the others? Now, Lagatha, guys, has a very interesting want. Lagatha wants to become enemies with Lady Catalea. So we know that Catalea, in the previous episode, she was wanting to befriend Lagatha, but it seems as though Lagatha is not on that boat. I think after everyone found out about Catalea's betrothal to Queen Eden, Lagatha feels, because Catherine is her cousin, her first cousin, right? So there is that kinship there. I think she feels as though Catalea, as this outsider, has come and is snatching everyone's happiness, and she's not happy that Catherine is, she's always upset recently, and she's kind of being sidelined, at least her feelings are being sidelined by the Queen, just because of this Catalea. And she's kind of decided that she is going to declare Catalea as her enemy. Because if she was annoyed at Catalea before, she doesn't feel like there's anything to salvage their relationship. Slave vampire? Oh my goodness, that is scary. I wonder if that's a part of the flippin' mod, because I've never seen that before. Okay, she's gonna go and she's gonna challenge Catalea to a duel. She's just kept all of this locked up inside. It came out in the very beginning when her and Catalea had, was it an argument between the two of them? I'm not entirely sure what happened. Something happened between the two of them. Actually, I think she asked Serana for a banned potion, and then she used it, and she expressed her frustration at Catalea, and their relationship kind of got bad from that. But she's kind of decided she doesn't want to back out from this, because she feels as though even if Catherine is unwilling to speak up, she won't be the quiet one. So Lytha, let's go ahead and ruin this relationship. Why not? I swear, I feel like everyone, I mean, it makes sense, it's a huge thing, but I think everyone's sentiments, everyone's feelings are kind of, you guys can't go anywhere, can you? Okay, well, why don't you two go somewhere a bit more spacious. Yeah, I think they're gonna head out here. They're gonna head out here because they just can't deal with it. They just can't, or, well, I wouldn't say that to Catalea. Lytha just cannot deal with Catalea right now. She's not happy with the way Catalea's been acting. She feels like that is completely disrespectful to royal wife Catherine, especially that it's like been done so soon after their wedding. It's like Catalea hasn't even given them time to breathe. Catherine and Eden should be spending a lot of time together in the honeymoon phase, but it's just non-existent because Catalea is like weaseling her way between the new couple, like every chance she gets. So Lagatha, she's gonna put her foot down. I wonder how this is gonna go. I really do. Is she going to succeed or not? And Guinevere is right over here, skating as she will. Okay, let's let's check these two out and see what the heck is gonna happen between them. So they're gonna dive into a duel. They're gonna have the very first proper fight. And oh, yep, she's getting into her first fight. And here they go. Oh my goodness. How's it going? It seems as though Lagatha's doing quite well. Lagatha's... Yep. Look at that. Lagatha showed Catalea her place. You know what? Catalea's getting really beat up. I mean, I feel like she kind of deserves it, but she's getting really beat up. I mean, you think about it, she got into that fight with Elaine, and Elaine beat her. Now she got into a fight with Lagatha, and Lagatha's beat her. So, yeah. Are they enemies now? Are they actually enemies? They despise each other. I don't know if they're enemies. They are furious with each other, though. Definitely furious, but her sentiment's gone. The enemy thing. I feel like we should go and just declare enemy because that's what Lagatha wanted. She's making it clear to Catalea that she is not interested in repairing their relationship. She doesn't want to repair their relationship. She doesn't feel as though Catalea deserves to have their relationship repaired. She's gonna go all out. Hold on, honey. Where you going? Go back. Go back. We're not done. Okay, Catalea is coming to have a final word. Maybe she wants an explanation for what's going on. And Lagatha is gonna give her anything but that. Okay. Okay, Lagatha. Are we telling her now? Look at those wide eyes. Are we telling her? Yep. There we go. She's had it. The enemies now. Oh my goodness. I never expected Lagatha of all people to have such a violent reaction to new blood coming in replacement of, you know, her sister, kind of. But there we go. Because Lagatha growing up, she's always been the more level-headed one. I feel like Meredith was the more emotional one. Lagatha has always been level-headed. But apparently not when it concerns her sister's death and not when it concerns Catalea. Okay. Wow. Wow. And now we're going to jump to the Queen. So what is flippin' going through the Queen's mind? Well, we know in the previous episode that she had this want to woohoo. So we need to get her. But how does... oh my goodness. How do you even salvage this? How do you even salvage this? Look, it says spouse, just good friends. Eden's obviously still in love, but it says Catherine's betrayed by cheating. Obviously. Obviously. Let's see if we can speak to her. I really don't know how you can make this better, but let's see if we can speak with her. Let's just try a little bit and see how it goes. And then we can backtrack if need be. Actually. Could you... See, it says Catalea. She has an option with Catalea. But Catherine is like very, very cheesed off with her. Yep. Catalea is like the only one that she could call up on a whim. Okay, hold on. You two... And look... Every time Eden and Catherine are in the same space, Catalea shows up. I hope she's not going to put up a fuss about being beaten up. Okay. Let's see if we can get you two alone. Can we get you two alone? Like, please. Why don't we come here to the games hall? Let's get Catherine and the Queen to the games hall. Catalea, you can continue dancing here if you want. Really? You guys are gonna go outside? This is something I don't understand about the games hall. They all go outside, around, and then go into the games hall. Like, why though? Why? You can just go in from inside. Maybe they just want to take a walk. Maybe they want to take a walk out in the lovely weather. Okay. Let's see. Catherine! Catherine, what are you doing? Catherine's just confused. Come on, Catherine. Get in here. Look, she's just walking away. Catherine just does not even want to be in the same space. I know that, Catherine. I really do. I realize that, but can you just give the queen a chance? Just give her a chance. The queen's gonna walk away in a second. I bet you she's gonna get up. You know what, queen? Let's unwind. Let's unwind a little bit, please. While Catherine comes. Okay, once she's inside, we're gonna see if the queen can somehow convince her that she isn't that bad. Actually, this might be a good way. This might be a good way. Appeal to the maternal side of her. Yeah, appeal to the maternal side of her. They're good friends still. It's just the romance that's been ruined between them. Okay. Okay, that seems to have excited Catherine a little bit. The potential for a fourth princess. Okay, kind of see joy here, just a little bit. She's still tense though. She's still tense. Okay, let's check in on Catherine, see how she's feeling. Like, finally the queen asks. She hasn't really been that considerate, I feel like. In her mind, it's kind of been like... She's not really been thinking or been resistant to the idea of a second wave because she's thinking Catherine will feel terrible. She's been thinking about what people will say about her. So, you know, her concerns are there, but they're very different. And look, she's really happy. She feels closer to Catherine. For making her day. Wow, selfish much. Let's talk a bit more about the potential princess, and then we'll ease into some of these things and see how she takes that. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, maybe brood about the hardships of being a queen and being a vampiress. Look at her. Look at her shedding those tears. And Catherine just looks annoyed. Like, really? You expect me to sympathize with that? Oh. Okay, Juno wants to invite over Xander. That's interesting. I wonder if Juno doesn't feel the same way about Xander as Channing does. Because remember, Channing has kind of written Xander off as the son of a murderer. Queenie, can we try this? How is Catherine going to take it? Okay, Catherine seems to be okay with that. Okay, she seems to be okay. Okay, we might have it. She might have a chance. Let's do a smooth apology. And then we'll continue down this route. We'll try and apologize. Hopefully nobody jumps in on that conversation. And then we'll work on this a little bit. Is Catherine gonna forgive her, I wonder? This is definitely gonna take quite a bit of work on the queen's side. I feel like if the queen's not careful, this is gonna literally be her life, is juggling between these two women and their really upset sentiments. Like, one wife is gonna be cheesed off at the other. Romance. Yep, okay, she's kind of, she's succeeding a little bit, I feel like. in easing Catherine's annoyance. And Lagatha's over here. I feel like playing guardian angel to their relationship because she doesn't want Catalea to walk in on them and she really doesn't like Catalea, which I think is pretty cute. I feel like it's cute. She's being kind of defensive of, I think, Lagatha is being defensive of Catherine. Because if you think about it, she doesn't really have her sister anymore. And so Catherine being her cousin, especially when Catherine and Elaine aren't that close, I feel like she's feeling that protectiveness she used to feel over Meredith. But now it's with Catherine. She's feeling protective of Catherine. Which is really quite sweet. Okay, the queen seems as though she's doing really well. I have no clue how the queen is even managing to do all this. But she's succeeding somehow. I don't know how she's ruining to not ruin, like, not managing to ruin just everything with everyone at this point. Maybe it's because she's queen, but people are putting up with it. People are definitely putting up with it. Okay. Let's see. You guys. Compliment appearance. Okay, let's see. Okay, not yet. She definitely has to do a bit more work with Catherine. Express fondness. Because, I mean, the queen is truly fond of her. Okay, here we go. Things are getting kind of steamy. And let's see, romance. Right, I love the fact that Lagatha's still there. Lagatha's like, I need to make sure everything goes smoothly. I cannot trust Catalea to not walk in on them. It's just not gonna happen. I don't trust her. That is fair. I don't trust her either. She hasn't exactly proven herself very trustworthy. Okay, here we go. But I definitely feel bad for Catherine. Definitely feel bad for her. Very awkward. Juno. Juno. Juno? Please don't. Don't walk in now, Juno. What are you doing, Juno? No. Leave them alone, Juno. Now is not the time. Nobody's disturbed them. Even Elaine hasn't disturbed them. Like, what are you doing? Ah, Juno. Sometimes you just... Okay, there we go. There we go. So, finally the queen is going to invite Catherine to her royal chamber. So, we'll get these two going. I mean, finally. Feels like Catherine's been a little bit ignored. Mainly because Catalea keeps throwing herself at the queen, I feel. Okay, come on. And it seems as though Catherine has been pacified, everyone. Somehow, the queen has managed to juggle the attention of these two ladies. And Catherine has been pacified. What is Catalea doing? I'm very nervous and curious about that. Like, what is she up to? Where is she? I don't trust her. I can't see her. Ah. I have no clue where she is, and I can't see her. So I'm a little bit nervous about what she's doing right now. I hope she's not waiting in the queen's chamber. Imagine that. We're like, oh, where's Catalea? She's waiting in the queen's chamber to destroy the harmony they just managed to achieve. Please don't, Catalea. Please don't. Elaine's kind of following them as well. Lagatha left them alone after she figured they seem to be going well. Okay, I really don't see Catalea. I don't know where she is right now. But I suppose that is not our concern at present. And the queen is in her 3rd trimester. That is not our concern. I don't know what the queen may have said to, like, convince Catherine that what she's doing is okay and not to be too concerned about it. Definitely after this, I feel like Catherine's going to be a bit more open to the queen's explanations. I feel like thus far she's trying to pacify her, and now that she's pacified, she's probably going to speak more about her and Catalea. And maybe she's going to try and justify or explain that it happens in other places and it's okay, and that doesn't diminish Catherine's status at all and the Queen's affection for her. So who knows if this is going to work out in the end. I mean, if she keeps these two relationships private from each other, then obviously it would work. But if both of them are at the castle at the same time, it's going to be a little bit difficult, I feel. It's going to be very difficult to maintain that if both of them are here at the same time. But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. When we come back in the next episode, we are going to have the fourth, I don't know if it's the fourth princess. We're going to have the Queen's baby born, so that'll be exciting. And then I suppose we'll have to see how things progress between just everyone in general. Like, I don't know what else is going to happen. I feel like a lot happened between the royal wife and the mistress, or, you know, stuff related to them. Obviously, Lagatha declared the mistress, the Queen's mistress, her enemy, and then the Queen managed to patch up her relationship with the royal wife. So we'll have to take a look, guys. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.